welcome to all 10th standard students for this video class. In this revision class, today I am going to read unit number 1, banking transactions from business studies. Okay students, now all of you see your textbook. We learned about the following in this chapter. First one, meaning of banks. Second one, characteristics of banks. Third one, banks and post offices in financial transactions and types of banks. Fourth point, different accounts that can be opened in a bank. Sixth point, methods to open accounts in banks. Next point, advantages of accounts. Banks developed about 200 years ago. The nature of banks has changed as the time has changed. The term bank is related to financial transactions. Banks are financial institutions which use the money deposited by customers as investments and agreed to return whenever they require. Banks advance loans to the customers and charge interest on them. Banks exchange the money of different countries. The development of any country depends on the efficient banking system of that country. Banks advance money to agriculture, industries, traders and all other sections of the society, which are the main organs for the development of a country and accelerate to the growth of the country. What is a bank? The term bank is derived from Italian word banco or from a French word banque or bank. Both mean bench or money exchange table. A banking company may be defined as a company which transacts the business with finance. It accepts deposits from the public and lends it to those who need it in the form of loans. It receives money from those who want to save their money in the form of deposits and lends it to those who require in the form of loans. The services of banks are called banking. A bank repays the deposits in the form of checks, drafts or in some other forms. Next, characteristics of banks. First one, dealing with money. Second one, individual, firm, company. Third one, acceptance of deposits. Fourth one, lending loans. Fifth one, payment and withdrawal. Sixth, agency and utility services. Seventh, profit and service orientation. Eighth, ever increasing functions. Ninth, connecting link. 10th one, banking business. 11th, name identity. These are the important characteristics of banks. Next very important point, functions of banks. First one, accepting deposits from public and others. Second one, lending money to public and other institutions. Third point, transferring money from one place to another. Fourth one, collecting money on checks, drafts and bills. Fifth point, discounting of bills. Sixth, having safe deposit lockers. Seventh, conducting foreign exchange transactions. Eighth, keeping valuables in safe custody. Ninth, issuing letters of credit and guarantee. 10th, conducting government transactions. These are important functions of banks. Next very important learning point, relationship between bankers and customers. The relation between a banker and customers falls under two broad categories, namely, first one, general relationship, second one, special relationship. First point, general relationship, that is, first one, primary relationship, second, subsidiary relationship, third, agent and principal relationship. Second main point, special relationship. First one, obligation to honor checks. Second, obligation to maintain secrecy of account. Next very important learning point, services offered by banks. First point, debit card and credit cards. Second point, personal loans. Third point, home and vehicle loans. Fourth point, mutual funds. Fifth point, safe deposit lockers. Sixth, trust services. Seventh, signature guarantees. Eighth, e-banking. Next very important learning point is banking transactions. Banks and post offices. Any sort of activity involving in money or exchange of money in an account is viewed as bank transaction. Banks are institutions that deal with the money. Banks keep money of the customers in the form of deposit, and the money thus collected is lent to the customers who need money as loans. These loans are called bank loans. Banks lend money and collect interest on loans. A part of interest collected on loans is given to the depositors as interest. This interest forms in the income to the depositors. Banks invest the customers' money in national and international business and increase their funds. All the banking transactions in India are controlled by the Reserve Bank of India, or RBI, which is known as mother of banks or bankers bank, or Central Bank of India. RBI formulates the monetary policy which should be followed by all banks. Today we have state bank groups, 20 nationalized banks, 21 private banks and 45 foreign banks. The network of banks consists of over 86,000 bank branches. There are rural banks, regional banks, government and private banks also. The recent development in the banking industry is the inclusion of post offices into its fold. The Indian Postal Department is planning to start bank to be tentatively called the Postal Bank of India, with a network of post offices spread all over India. 90% of them are in and around semi-urban and rural areas. The department is already providing various financial services including a post office savings bank, issue of national savings certificate, Kisan Vikas Patra, monthly recurring deposits, postal life insurance, pension payment, money transfer, etc. The postal department is promoting a capital investment of rupees 1000 crores for the bank transactions. It will be set up as a subsidiary with the postal department. Next very important learning point is types of bank. The important types of banks are: first one, Central Bank or Reserve Bank of India. Second one, commercial banks. Third one, industrial development banks. Fourth one, land development banks. Fifth one, indigenous banks. Last one, cooperative banks. Next very important learning point, types of bank accounts. Generally, four kinds of accounts can be opened in a bank. They are: first one, savings bank account. Second one, current account. Third one, recurring deposit account. And fourth one, term or fixed deposit account. First one, savings bank account. This type of account is generally opened in bank by salaried persons or by the persons who have a fixed regular income. These facilities also given to the students, senior citizens, pensioners, etc. Savings accounts are opened to encourage people to save money and pool their savings. There is no restriction on the number of and amount of deposits. The money can be withdrawn either by check or through a withdrawal slip available in the respective bank. Second, current account. Current account is opened by businessmen who have large number of regular transactions with the bank. It includes deposits, withdrawals and contra transactions. In current account, amount can be deposited or withdrawn any number of times in a day. Generally, banks do not give any interest on these deposits but collect service charges or bank charges on such account. Third one, recurring deposit account. These deposit accounts are generally opened for a purpose to be saved for a future date. For future requirement, deposits are made regularly on monthly basis. After the period is over, the total amount is repaid with the interest. Fourth one, term or fixed deposit account. This type of account is opened for a fixed period by depositing a particular sum of money. The deposit amount cannot be withdrawn before the expiry of the term. The rate of interest is more depending upon the term in this deposit account. Okay students, next very important learning point, procedures to open a bank account. First one, decide the type of account which you want to open. Second, approach the bank of your choice and meet its office. Third, fill up the bank account form or proposal form. Fourth one, give reference of opening your bank account. Fifth point, submit the bank account form duly filled. Sixth, the officer will verify all the particulars submitted. Seventh, initial deposit. And last one, very important learning point, advantages of opening bank account. Bank account facilitates safe custody of money. Second point, bank account helps in making payments. Third, bank accounts helps in collection of money. Fourth point, bank account holders get advances and loans. Next point, bank account helps in smooth financial transactions. Last point, bank accounts holders can get safe deposit locker facility. That's all. Okay students, you should learn and practice this lesson. God bless you.